Right. So our team is the guitar amplifier team, and my name is Damer Ordonez Gomez.
I'm Alex Sandoval.
I'm Afonso Lopez, and today we're going to talk about the project that we designed. So, for this project, we decided to build a battery operated guitar amp. We used an LM386 OP amp to receive and amplify it. This project showed us that a high pass filter works in a real life setting. In the end of the project, we got it to do what we wanted it to do and what the customer asked for. And the motivation behind this project was one of the coworkers, or a number of coworkers, that enjoy playing electric guitar but are unable to play it because they have big amplifiers, which they can't carry around, obviously, to work. So they also had a worry about connecting to an outlet source. And this is where our idea came in, that we could build something that was portable for them. So we asked the questions. We asked the customers a simple set of questions to get an idea of what the amp was going to be. The main question was if they wanted a battery operated amplifier or AC powered. They chose battery for obvious reasons, so they could carry it around and not worry about looking for an outlet at work or wherever they would be. The other question was if they wanted a clean or an overdriven sound. The overdriven sound is more common in heavy rock songs, while the clean sound is tamer and more melodic. They chose a clean sound because they can play a wide range of songs or anything that they wanted to like play that day.
So, hypothesis. What we originally wanted the project to do was have a LM386 op amp to receive the signal from a electric guitar. In our case, a Telecaster electric guitar because that's the one we had with us. And we also needed it to be battery powered. So we chose a 9-volt battery to supply power to the op amp. And then from there, it would go through there were a couple of resistors and capacitors and whatever we decided to do. And then from there, it would go to the speaker and it would give us that clean sound that the customer wanted. So the description for the amplifier is that we would have the guitar have the input signal would go through an input jack that goes through a 10,000 ohm potentiometer that's going to serve as a volume knob. And then from there, it enters the LM386 op amp that's powered by the 9-volt battery that we decided to use. And then from there, the output goes through a high pass filter and an electrolytic capacitor that regulates the sound to make it sound cleaner and more clear. And then from there, the output signal goes into the speaker that gives us that sound that we wanted. So the main concept that we used for this project was the op amp. We needed the op amp to get that initial signal from the electric guitar and amplify it so that way it could sound a lot louder and cleaner. Another concept that we used was the high pass filter so we could get those higher frequencies that are associated with the cleaner and melodic sound.
Then for methods and materials, we use the LM386 op amp as the base for our project since it's reliable and simple to use. And then for our high pass filter, we use both electrolytic and ceramic capacitors. To help to create the high pass filter and to regulate the sound and avoid unwanted noise. And then we used at the end for the output, we used another electrolytic capacitor to raise the initial gain from the op amp, which had a gain of 20, and we increased it to a gain of 200. And then our results and discussion. So our guitar amp did a good job of amplifying the sound. One issue we had was that the sound was of poor quality, and we realized that it was because of the cheap solder that we used. And then once we switched to a better quality solder, the amp had a lot less distortion and had a better sound and tune. And then the volume knob that we used also did its job properly. And when turned all the way down, it completely blocks the signal from entering the op amp. And then lastly, we have the conclusion. So the amplifier did what it needed to do. It delivered clear sound and worked with a 9-volt battery as a power supply. The sound is not as clear as when we tested it on the breadboard due to the bad solder we used in the beginning, but the sound is still clear and clean.
And yeah, that's our guitar amp project for Analog Electronics. Thank you for listening to us.